Hey guys, welcome to episode number 84. Today's Friday, so it's Fan Friday, and I wanted to walk through how I set up my Rena XP3 filters for my turtle tank, in case anyone's wondering how to clean, how to maintain a Rena, or what baskets, what media needs to be in each basket. I'm just going to walk through what I do with mine. So I have two Rena XP3s on my 125 gallon fish tank, turtle tank rather, well, fish and turtles. And I typically clean each filter every 2 or 3 months, depending on the flow rate. If I see the flow diminishing, then I pull it out and clean it. And I cycle them, so I clean one and then I wait 2 months and then I clean the other one, so that everything's stable in each of the filters before I remove and clean one. But here's what we got. This is the Rena XP3 bottom piece, and you'll notice it has the 4 clasps here, which will connect at the end. The first tray that I use is for my sponge pads, and these came with the Rena XP3, and they've held up really well. This is an open cell foam, and the 2 here that are on the bottom are coarse. So those go in the bottom, and how this filter works is it pumps all of the water to the bottom and then it pulls it up through the top. So this is actually the first place where the unfiltered water is going to enter. So you want the coarse pads first, and then there's 2 fine pads that go on top of them, and that should be the majority of your mechanical filtration, and that will stop a lot of the heavy particles from coming through your filter, and that goes right here all the way in the bottom. And next up we have biological filtration, and this is the second tray here. And when I clean these filters, I do clean the pads really thoroughly. This is the tray that I do not touch whatsoever. If you run this biologic media under tap water, you're going to kill everything that's in it. So I don't clean this at all. I've got ceramic beads. I've got some of the Rena star ceramic bead things as well. Basically, it's 3/4 full, and I just leave it just the way it is. So I set it aside when I clean, and then I put it right back in without having touched it. So that's the second tray, and then the third tray is kind of up to you. It's whatever you want, really. And how I set it up here is I have this light filter pad which I put on top, and then underneath it I just have some filter floss, and that's just to strain out any particles that have gotten through up to this point. And I just buy the bags of polyfill that come from craft stores. I find that's a lot cheaper than buying it at the aquarium stores. And then I've got a piece of pantyhose here that had a run in it, and I just fill that full of carbon. And this is kind of one of those things that I'm still on the fence with, is the carbon. Obviously, it's meant to polish your water if there's any discoloration in the water, if you have a lot of driftwood in the water. Carbon can be a good way to remove some of that and get your water to look crystal clear. However, it is expensive. I believe that thing was like $20 or something, and you can go through it really fast because you get diminishing returns on the activated carbon. So I'm going to put this in the tank, and it might do a pretty good job at keeping the water clear for a week or two, and then it's going to be dead. And then I would have to replace it. I don't replace it. I just wait until the next time I clean my filter out, which could be, you know, another 2 months or 3 months away. So I don't see the full benefit of the activated carbon for the life cycle of my filter maintenance. So I don't really get the point of it. I guess if you have a small show tank and you're doing filter maintenance weekly on it, it could be a good thing. You know, sometimes this stuff comes in very small amounts in those filter packages that you buy, and those are just a giant ripoff. But I do use it. You know, I might stop using it. I guess I'll keep using it while I have the aquarium. But the second I switch to a stock tank, I'll probably just eliminate it. It's not really absolutely necessary. And if you're doing water changes, you're going to get, you know, the discoloration out of the water anyways. And if you're just looking from the top down and not through glass, you know, you can just avoid that cost altogether. So I put the top on here. All 3 trays are in. It's a Rena XP3 because it has 3 filter trays. They make a 2 with 2 filter trays and a 4, I believe, with 4 filter trays. And it's just a matter of cost and the size of your tank. And then the last piece here is the top part. This is the piece with your motor in it, and this is actually the most important part to clean and to inspect before you put everything back together. And the most important thing to do is to check this seal here all the way around, because that's what's going to keep your water in, give you an airtight seal. If there's any dirt, if there's any sand stuck in here and you put this back together, you might have a leak, and that's obviously a bad thing. That's how you get, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 gallons of water on the floor if you're not careful. So I always inspect this entire gasket here, and I even take a Q-tip on it to get any of the sand and dirt off it. And then there's another smaller gasket here, and this one is slightly less important, but it is important as well. This one is internal to the filter, and what it does is it attaches here to the top, and it creates a watertight seal with your filter so that the incoming water kind of goes down all of the sides of the filter here, and it gets pulled up through. And because this is watertight, it's pulling water through all 4 of your filter trays and not just pulling water from the sides. So that's also important. When you go to place this back on, there's these 4 clips, and how I like to do it is do one corner and then do the opposite corner, so that if it just makes sure that the whole thing sits evenly. If you did 2 on one side and then 2 on the other, the gasket might not sit properly. So that's the Rena XP3, and that's the filter maintenance I do on it. Hope you guys liked it. Hope that's helpful. And leave some comments if you use the Rena XP3 and what you use in your filter baskets. Alright guys, see you later.